What's good, everybody? We in these streets. Look at this right here. Diggs is looking okay, man. He's looking okay. I like seeing that. These some highlights from that little blue-white game. And you see, I think that was Dak right here. George Pickens. I'm going to tell you right now, like I said it before, and I'm going to say it again, even in this video. CD like a kid in the candy store having a real dog like George Pickens, who's around his age, who has that enthusiasm, who has that dog-like pattern. Look at CD running up after him. This is the dynamic, ain't the same. Like Cooper and CD, not the same. I'll talk about that more. And then right here, you can see Joe Milton. Honestly, Jadon Blue, please. What I told y'all about that video, leave that man alone. But Joe Milton might really be the heir apparent for Dak Prescott, for real. And then right here, looks like we got Tyler Booker throwing down Osa. We like seeing that. Booker's has his up and downs, but you know he wants to get better. And then we see right here that defensive front was putting a lot of pressure on that Blue Light game. You see right here, Fowler, Marshawn Nealon, Ezaraku, them guys. And then we'll finish it off with a Miles Sanders run. And I told y'all, redemption from Miles Sanders. A lot of things I've been talking about, been right. What's good, everybody's Big Game James. You know what it is. We in these streets. When these early morning hot streets, it's another hot, muggy day. It's been muggy for this past weekend, been muggy as hell. But like I said, you don't hear me complaining. It can get muggy and get hot. I love it. All these other people on how they can't deal with it. Another thing, what I like about today is a Monday. We have Mondays. Don't nobody be here. I love it so much. Particularly, see this place right here? See that empty spot right here? That in particular, my boss, my owner, God love him, when he made this store, he put it right between a dog grooming spot and a damn Chinese spot. Now, what do you think is going to happen? No one. The food probably going to seep in and get the smell. We had to deal with that. And God love him. I really mess with dogs. Like I said, we got a little Yorkie at the crib, Sebastian. I love him. My son got a pit. I love her, Nyla. I love him. But when you next door to a dog grooming spot and you got to listen to them dogs bark all day and go crazy all day and you hear it, it drives you nuts. And Mondays, they're closed. So this is a great day. I don't have to hear it. I'm sorry. Anyway, I know you saw some of them videos right quick of that blue-white scrimmage. I'm just going to give my quick thoughts about how training camp was this first week as they head into this next week of camp. Just my thoughts overall. The people I've listened to. Shout out to my dog Mike Fisher. He sent me a thing that he's kind of going independent. Still going to be doing his thing, but he's going independent. So shout out to you, Mike Fisher. We about to get an interview popping anyway. He going to give me the goods because he always give me that, like he said, straight dope. Just check out the videos I dropped last week if you really mess with my channel. Gave some good shout outs to some people out there. I ain't going to go over that again. But I will say a lot of these things I've been saying, I feel good because a lot of these things I've been talking about have been coming true. You feel me? 3 months ago, I talked about what's the most important position that you're going to be. I asked the people what's the most important position that you'll be looking at when training camp start. I said edge because I feel like that's going to be the doggish best position, probably besides maybe receiver. Offensive line is in play with that too, but I think that edge room is going to be like the best positional room right now for this team. And it's proven true. Ezaraku has been everything that is advertised. Dante Fowler, I believe, you don't really need to have him go crazy in camp because he's a veteran. He's a sack master. Marshawn Nealon showed up, got him a little interception, been putting pressure, been stout in the run game. And they said Sam Williams has been a nutcase, and that's what I love about Sam Williams. Just be crazy, be a nut. I'm cool with that. Let him be the nutcase. Just make sure you stay disciplined on the field. But all that other stuff, go ahead and be crazy, Sam. I'm with all that. Haven't heard much from Peyton Turner, but still 6'6" and 280 or 270. We'll see about that. My dog, B. Tuck, used to train him. Hopefully, we'll see. He's going to have a lot of stiff competition. But I heard Tyler Guyton saying that, man, that D-line, that defensive front, those edges is putting pressure on us like crazy. And we ain't even seen Micah. And, I might go all around everywhere because I don't want to stand here forever. But, just the thing with Micah, it's frustrating. I don't know the ins and outs. You hear so many things about that contract thing going on. But, You know, we saw Jake Ferguson just get signed, and you know, that was a surprise to me. But when we look at the history of what the Cowboys do, it shouldn't be a surprise, and that's what, you know, a lot of us were talking about in the streets. Nobody was hating on Jake Ferguson getting his money. Nobody's mad at Jake Ferguson getting his money. Who's mad at Jake Ferguson? We like Jake Ferguson. We love his attitude. We love how he plays. We love all that. We talking about the front office. We ain't talking about Jake. We're talking about how they do these dumb things before they sign their stars. Right before you was Dak Prescott had come off very good years, and you're like, go ahead and throw that extension to him now, because why wait? But you went ahead and signed a Jalen Smith, right? And nobody's expecting no Jalen Smith to get paid. He was just okay. You feel me? He still had the drop foot. And then you pay him out of nowhere. Ezekiel holds out. You pay him, which I kind of understood that, so I ain't going to trip on the Ezekiel Elliott thing. But the Jalen Smith thing was kind of a head scratcher. La'el Collins, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like we were talking about on Burgers and Blitzes, like, and even my guy Jesse Holly said it as well. Like, before they sign these big name players, they sign these little lower level players, not little lower, but lower level players, to say, yeah, we can get negotiations. We win negotiations. You see, we signing people. It's kind of like to throw the people off. But you always make your stars wait and have to fight and struggle for this money. I don't know. It's always the years, I think. But you still paying this money, dog. And it's just like, why wouldn't you want to get Mike out the way and pay this man already? But this is what the Cowboys do. They like making this a show. They like dragging this out. I think Jerry, he's addicted, and this is a drug to him. This attention thing is a drug to him. We heard Stephen Jones saying, we want Micah to get paid, but he's got to want to get paid. So that, to me, is a dig at his people. Like, oh, they ain't trying to talk. So it's the same thing year in and year out, especially with the stars. It's just goofy. And like I said, this is the reason why us fans are like be frustrated with the front office, because the dumb stuff they do. You don't have to make these guys wait. You can pay them, but this is the dumb stuff you do. And it's like, why do it when you know you're going to a new system, Eberflus? You want Mike out there with as a Raku, and I hope they don't use these young guys, or, oh, they're doing good, we can wait till pay Micah. We can wait this out and franchise him, because look at Ezra Raku, look at Fowler, look at Sam Williams, look at Marshawn. We got all them guys. James Houston we just signed. So I hope they don't play that game, but I could definitely see them doing it. We'll see. Like I showed the video of Trevin Diggs, he looks really good. Looks real good. And Dallas, Dallas, you need him this year, and you need him early, because I don't want Ravel out there. I don't care what people been saying about his knee. He gonna be ahead of schedule. Not in my eyes. Not that video I done watched. No, and it's always a mental hurdle too. So you only been a year away, and you still got that noticeable limp. He jumping in the air. You can see him when he practices with his helmet, but you can see that noticeable limp when he walks. It drags. Don't put that young man out there. That knee is not strong enough for no contact. We already saw what happened with Michael Gallup when he rushed out there. Oh, Michael Gallup is good. He rushed out there. He said he didn't feel confident on that knee at all, and you saw what he did. He didn't play good at all, and then he retired. You feel me? Because they was trying to rush him. Because y'all signed him, and then y'all, he'll be on the field. No, you better slow cook this, Ravel. This is your long-term investment. I don't care. You got Kyer Elam, who they said who's been a standout in camp. Go watch the video. I said he probably would. You got Bland, Kalen Carson, Bull. I mean, these other guys are there. They might not be the ones. You got oh my God, what's the tall goal? It's slipping my head. Mukamu can play it outside. You get what I'm saying? Like, Diggs will be back soon. No, you need to slow Revel down. I want to hear that noise like he's gonna be ready then early than anticipated. No, he's not. You better slow him down. I told y'all about that Jaden Blue noise. Be quiet about that. That dumb goofy ass coach talking about he borderline lazy. Yeah, all right. You seen that speed out there? That blue white game? Okay, you're going to need that, so hush that noise. And then just like I said with that contract thing, you know, going back to that Ferguson, man, Ferguson wasn't breaking the market. You could have paid Ferguson later at the end of the year. He's like adult Shuck Clone. You gave him a 1 year, $10 million deal, which was a mistake, and then he left. That was just y'all just do this to just spite people when y'all sign these lower level players. I'm all happy for Jake getting his money, but Jake could have got that money at the end of the damn year. You need to prioritize Tyler Smith, Michael Parsons, those big guys that really are the core of your team. You need to pay your stars first. Like if I was a star, or if I was like the top player on this team, and then I see y'all signing other players before me, I'm gonna feel some kind of way, and I feel like y'all do it on purpose, and I feel like that's what they do. And it's a pattern, and it's a better pattern. They can't say it ain't. But once again, these are the little things that keep you from going to where you want, and they still do it, and they don't see it, but that's fine. Hopefully, the players and coaches can overcome this. Whatever. I think that's it for this week. I think that's all in my head. We'll see what happens next week. Well, this week coming up in training camp. Sad news for Robert Jones. Came over from Miami. Offensive lineman. Was rocking with the first team. He's got a broken bone in his neck. Going to be out like 2 to 3 months. You never want to see that, especially with a neck injury. So I hope he can come back and at least play, but that's just tough news. Terrence Steele's back on the field after I think Bradford Spanford had a little bump. Deuce Vaughn had a hamstring issue. He'll be out there. I think that's it from me, from what I hear, what I see. Just get ready. That Pickens Lamb thing gonna be different. I wanted to speak on that before I get off here. Pickens Lamb different. It's nothing like this Cooper Lamb thing. Cooper will have more years. Cooper was more conserved, the pretty boy type. Nah, that was night and day. Lamb came in a more respectful relationship with him. It wasn't like they wasn't doing them handshakes like Pickens and him, and he running down every time Pickens. That's his boy. I don't feel like Amari and CD were boys. I feel like they was cool. They wasn't boys like Pickens and CD. And it's cool when you got somebody on the opposite side of you, like, I respect him. He cool. Let's go get it. But it's different when you got your dog on the opposite side, and he a dog, and we boys. It's going to be even crazier than it was that Cooper-Lamb combination. They ain't even going to be close. Not in my opinion. Big Game James. I'm out. Peace.